It is time now for the Peter Channel New News Report. Wednesday, November 26, 2014. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Here now, your 12 o'clock news headlines. There are top story at 12 noon here is in Ferguson, Missouri. Despite the torching of a police car and scores of arrests, police said early Wednesday that a second night of the protest was much better than the arson and widespread violence that initially rocked the city following a grand jury decision in the policeman Darren Wilson's shooting of Michael Brown this summer in Ferguson, Missouri. East Coast storm threatens Thanksgiving travel as travelers are urged to leave earlier than planned because of holiday traffic and longer than usual security lines at airports around the country. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg underwent heart surgery Wednesday morning after experiencing discomfort during exercise, the court said. Police officials cleared barricades while others tore down tents and carried away gear in the Mongkok district of Hong Kong on Wednesday. Commander Barry Butchwoomer holds up the freeze-dried cornbread stuffing one of the Thanksgiving food items he has, and the rest of the International Space Station crew will enjoy this week. Okay. In Minneapolis, New York, one of the busiest, most stressful travel days of the year posed special challenges on the crowded Washington to Boston corridor as travelers on the way to Thanksgiving celebrations contended with a nor'easter packing rain and snow. Massachusetts residents are bracing for nightmarish conditions on highways as a winter storm descends on the state on the day when people take the highways for Thanksgiving travel. A Boston man police says he fell down through the ceiling of a women's bathroom at Logan Airport and then assaulted an elderly man who will be scheduled to arraignment today. The owner of a strip club destroyed in a natural gas explosion, Massachusetts, sued the utility for $5 million. Protesters took to the streets across Massachusetts to protest a grand jury's decision not to indict a white Ferguson, Missouri officer who fatally shot an unarmed black teenager. An MBTA spokesman says 7 people complained of back discomfort after 2 trials made contact in Boston. Authorities have made an arrest in a slain 4 years ago of a Brockton man who was gunned down in the driveway of his mother's home. And the New England Patriots are practiced to face a division leader for the 4th straight time, the Green Bay Packers.
And on Tuesday today, after the deadline for concluding a nuclear agreement was extended for 7 months. Angela Merkel of Germany used the strongest language yet about Vladimir Putin of Russia. Activist Ray's Vodka, Turkey strikes death toll to 95, as the photo provided yesterday by an anti-Islamic state group and anti-Bashar Assad activist group Vodka is being slaughtered silently while has been authenticated based on its contents in another AP report and shows burned cars. Pro-Russian separatists from the rebel interior ministry attended an oath-taking ceremony in Donetsk, Ukraine on last month. Gunmen killed 4 health workers and wounded 3 in Quetta, Pakistan, as blood cases are a 15-year high in Pakistan where suspicion of vaccination programs has run high. Cleveland, Ohio Mayor Frank Jackson and law enforcement officials have spent nearly 4 hours answering questions and listening to angry speeches by citizens at the Cadell Recreation Center. In Washington, Mitt Romney, the Republican Party's unsuccessful presidential nominee in 2012, leads the field for the 2016 election among Republican voters, according to a Quinnipiac University poll released on Wednesday. Sales of newly constructed single-family homes have ticked up just 0.7% in October from September, a rather flat result underlining the fact that the housing market is slowing down. U.S. consumer business spending data point to a slowing growth. Washington consumer sentiment climbed last week to the highest level since December 2007 as Americans grew more upbeat about the state of the economy, the financial well-being, and the buying climate.
Job applicants at the Manhattan Work Fair layoffs are still very low despite a spike in jobless claims in late November. The number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment benefits rose to the highest level since September, while durable goods order for the October unexpectedly rose. U.S. lawmakers want their counterparts in European parliaments to back away from a resolution that would split up Google by separating its search engines from the other online services. After winning the coveted Mirrorball Trophy on Tuesday night, Dancing with the Stars, Alfonso Ribeiro tweeted today, "This is the moment that he's been waiting for 10 years. Bill Cosby's nephews called the decades-old rape allegation dug the TV icon and justified claims to descend by the 77-year-old comedian." In the three blockbuster Madagascar films, four mischievous penguins that provided doses of comic relief that have been reliably spiced up the action. Beloved for a powerful voice and brazen in the conservative Arab world for marriages, Lebanese singer, actress, and entertainer Sabat never seemed far from the limelight during her six-decade career. She died at the age of 87. This photo released by Paramount Pictures shows Matthew McConaughey scenes from the film Interstellar as it shows since it's warmer travel possible. That dogs are messy drinkers does never do. However, scientists at Virginia Tech have modeled the drinking behavior of dogs to provide a physical basis for why dogs are sloppy drinkers compared to their feline counterparts. Thanksgiving is possibly the worst time to go into that, but being mindful of how much you've been eating can help you prevent overindulging and you still have fun without taking in too many calories. Alright, let's take a look at the stock market report here at 12:06. Here, Dow Jones closed 17,811.89, down 3.05. S&P 526, down 99, up 2.96. Nasdaq 775.27, up 17.02. European markets DAX 9950.36, up 54.35. FTSE 6729.17, down 1.97. CAC 4043.73.42, down 8.89. Asian markets, Nikkei 17383.58, down 24.04. Shanghai 2604.89, up 37.29. HSI 2411.98, up 268.07. Oil markets here, 74.17, up 8 cents. Brent 78.34, up %, and natural gas 4.474, up 71,000 little point. Gold 1197.40, up 30 cents. Silver 16.57, up 17,000 little point, and copper 2.958, up 1,000 little point. US 10-year yield 2.2394, down 2,000 little point. German 10-year yield 0.735%, up 1,000 little point, and Japanese 10-year yield 0.435%, down 2,000 little point. European US dollar 1.2502, up 28,000 little point. US dollar Japanese yen 117.61, down 36 cents, and Great Britain pound US dollar 1.5782, up 75,000 little point. Alrighty, let's take a look at New England instant alerts here at 12:08. As looking at the UMass police station in Amherst, snow's begun flying outside here. And in East Green Plain in Norwich, Connecticut. Out west, James at Trading Cove Drive, there was a motor vehicle accident and injuries here. Take a look at sports news here. The Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics have the night off. Peter Channel News time, 12:08. Let's take a look at the traffic situation here on this Wednesday afternoon here. And take a look at Net 129 southbound side. It's backed up from 3 in Woburn all the way down to 4225 in Lexington. Route 1 northbound slow from Route 16 in Revere all the way down for Saugus. 39395 on Mulholland Fine from 120 to the New Hampshire border. 495 is Mulholland Fine from Amesbury all the way down through Wareham here. Southeast Expressway a little slow from the Pike all the way down to Dorchester. Tippendale Tunnel a little slow from Callan Tunnel all the way down to the Pike. Route 3 southbound slow from Route 18 in Weymouth down through Route 228 Rockland and Derby Street in Hingham here. And Route 6 in Cape Cod exit on Route 6 eastbound before Route 130 Water Street exit 2 in Center, so expect some delays in that area here. And take a look at 120 on the southbound side, an accident between exits 31 and exit 32 around the Lexington and Burlington line, so expect some delays here. And take a look at 93 on the northbound side. It's backed up from the New Hampshire, Massachusetts border all the way down for Route 38 in Pelham, so expect some delays in that area here. And Everett Turnpike up in New Hampshire, slow from 3A all the way down to 101A in Nashua, so expect some delays. 93 northbound slow from Salem all the way up near 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire here. And I-89 and southbound up in New Hampshire, a little slow around the Concord stretch to approach 93, so expect some delays here around 89 here in New Hampshire and 93 in Concord, New Hampshire here. $195 on the westbound side here. It is slow from 114 in Seekonk all the way down to downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side. It's slow from 146 down for downtown Providence. 295 modified for Malvern down for Warwick here. And Worcester area highways a little off on a little slow spot. 290 on the eastbound side. Northbound side a little slow around 190 here in Worcester. So expecting delays here. And 91 on the southbound side. It's all slow from the Vermont border all the way down to Mass Pike around Springfield here, and expected to be slow. So if you're out on the highways, expect a busy commute and try to be patient and take your time out on the roads because it is iffy out. And take a look at the weather situation here at 12:11 here. We are hearing the sleet and snow pellets outside our house in Norton here, and our current conditions here in North Massachusetts here at 12 noon. 39 degrees, I touch it with rain, fog, and mist. Humidity 89%, wind speed north about 9 miles per barometer. 34 weighted inches, throughput about 36 degrees, visibility 3 miles, and wind chill about 33 degrees here. Current conditions around the region here. It's 40 degrees in Boston and Bedford and Beverly. It's 42 in Gloucester and Haverhill, 44 in Cape Cod Bay, 34 out in Fitchburg, 44 Boston Harbor, 46 in Cape Cod Bay, 32 in Worcester, 35 in Sturbridge, 36 in Webster, 38 in Milford, 39 in Norwood, 41 in Taunton, 40 in New Bedford, 43 in Plymouth and Provincetown, and in Falmouth, 44 in Chatham and Martha's Vineyard, 46 in Cape Cod Bay, 45 in Nantucket, 43 in Buckeye, 40 in Westerly, 39 in Providence, it's 36 in Smithfield, 36 in New York, 38 in Islip, 43 in Montauk, it's 37 in Bridgeport, 42 in New Haven, it's 39 in Long Sound, it's 35 out in Danbury, 34 in Waterbury, 33 in Meriden, 34 in Hartford and Windsor, 33 in Springfield, 35 in Northampton, it's 36 in Greenfield, 32 in Athol, 32 in Pittsfield, 32 in Northampton, it's 36 in Albany, New York, it's 36 in Glens Falls, New York, 36 in Bennington, 33 in Bradford, Vermont, 34 in Rutland, Vermont, 34 in Keene, Hampshire, 32 in Chaffey, New Hampshire, 33 in Laconia, New Hampshire, 35 in Concord, New Hampshire, 33 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 37 in Nashua, New Hampshire, 42 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 42 up in Portland, Maine. Here, take a look at our map situation. Shows a cold front from western Cuba, stretching it down southward and a station front up the Georgia, Carolina coastline, and warm front up the North Carolina coastline at the sea. One stationary front from British Columbia, stretching it down Alberta, cold front from Montana, stretching it down Wyoming, down from Nebraska, down from Minnesota, and curving up to Ontario and Quebec. And another stationary front stretching from Washington State, down for Idaho, down for Wyoming, and a cold front from Colorado, down in Mexico, down for Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, and warm front from 7 Iowa, down for Illinois. We got front from Ohio, down for eastern Kentucky, Tennessee, down for the Carolinas here, and a front from Central Oklahoma, down for Texas here. We got another front from southeastern Idaho, down to Utah. High pressure off the California coastline, northeastern Nevada, western New Mexico, and upstate New York and western Nova Scotia and eastern Saskatchewan. We have some low pressure in eastern Idaho, some Wyoming, and northern Missouri, and off the Florida coastline and off the Carolinas here. It's 34 degrees at touch around here in Detroit. It's 31 out in Pittsburgh, 42 in Washington, D.C., 47 in Atlanta, 78 in Miami, Florida. It's 57 in Brownsville, Texas, 49 in Dallas, Texas, 39 in Kansas City. It's 22 in Chicago, 23 in Minneapolis, St. Paul. It's 35 in Omaha, Nebraska, 29 in Great Falls, Montana, 55 in Seattle, 52 in San Francisco, 59 in Los Angeles, it's 47 in Las Vegas, 39 in Salt Lake City, Utah, 27 in Denver, 51 in Phoenix, and 36 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here, alright, let's take a look at our radar situation here. It shows a line of rain showers coming from southeastern New Hampshire, from Laconia down to southeastern New Hampshire, down to southern Maine, stretching in much of the north shore of Massachusetts, down to the greater Boston area, and down to much of southeastern Massachusetts, Cape Cod, and down for coastal Rhode Island, and down to coastal Connecticut, and around New York City, and stretching all the way down to 95 quarter, down for southern New Jersey, down for Philadelphia, and down for southeast Pennsylvania, around eastern Maryland, Delaware, and down for Virginia, and stretching it down for North Carolina here, and down for South Carolina here, and we'll zoom you out, and it shows some showers and thunderstorms stretching all the way down the coast and down to 7-foot air. And while we see some snow showers in Rhode Island and central western Massachusetts up to southwestern New Hampshire, 7 Vermont and Connecticut, and down to 7 New York, and down for Pennsylvania, down for western Virginia, and down for northwestern North Carolina air. And we'll see some rain showers in the northeastern Arizona, northeastern Arkansas, down for southeastern Missouri, and a snow showers around eastern Missouri, and down for central Iowa, down for 7 Minnesota, and up in the Great Lakes, and a line of snow showers around northern UP and Michigan, and a line of snow showers off the Wisconsin coastline here. And some rain showers around western Washington, down for southwestern British Columbia, and not to see, and off the Oregon coastline here. And we see some snow showers around northern Colorado, northwestern Wyoming, and down for western Montana, and stretching out 7 Alberta, and down for British Columbia here, with some clouds mixing in with here. Take a look at the satellite loop. Shows some clouds covering much of the eastern seaboard and stretching all the way down into eastern Mexico and some spotted clouds around the Great Lakes. And we're seeing some spotted clouds up in the Northern Rockies and down for Pacific Northwest and down for Western Canada, from Saskatchewan down for Alberta, down for British Columbia, and not to see here. Alright, let us take a look. What is nothing's brewing in the tropics here? So we'll take a look at our forecast discussion around the country here. Alright, the weather pattern for the eastern United States. Snow showers for the Rockies and cold weather for the northern two states. Active weather pattern is in place across the eastern United States for the middle of the weekend. And for the East Coast, a developing nor'easter will cause havoc for the skimming travelers from the Carolinas to New England. This feature will be a wave of low pressure that's developing along the cold front over the Gulf of Mexico and the lifting northeast weather that follow the strongest winds will make offshore. Widespread precipitation expected from Florida to Maine, and rain is expected for the coastal areas and significant snow from the central Appalachians into the inland parts of the northeast United States, with the greatest snowfall expected for the higher elevations of New England there. Out west, more moderate snow expected for the northern Rockies on the north side of the stationary frontal boundary, and the rain showers for the lower valleys locations south of the boundary, and the greatest concentration of heavy snow should remain north of the border in Alberta and British Columbia. Elsewhere across the continental United States, cold weather will be continued to the northern plains and the upper Midwest, as the Canadian surface will be governing the high of the weather pattern here, as a nice weather will continue for the southwest United States with mostly clear skies and dry conditions here. And we're going to take a look at our airport delays here. And last time we reported it, Philadelphia was experiencing a delay here. And we're seeing some airport delays in the tri-state region of New York City from Newark, New Jersey, JFK, and LaGuardia in New York City, Philadelphia, and Minneapolis, St. Paul. So if you're flying, check with your airline here. Okay, take a look at forecast discussion here. Alright, take a look at our forecast discussion here. In development, coastal storm will track near Nantucket this evening and then quickly move out to sea overnight. The storm will bring a variety of weather impacts at the region today, tonight, with heavy snow well inland, heavy rain and strong winds along the coast. The weather conditions improve for the Thanksgiving Day. High pressure builds over New England Friday and shifts offshore over the weekend. A cold front swings past New England late Sunday night or Monday. At 11:30 a.m. update, mainly minor updates to the forecast that account for the trends. Otherwise, the forecast is on track. Both locations across some New Hampshire and northwest Massachusetts have changed the snow. A few locations have had heavy snow. The snow has been slow to accumulate on surface, with the ground being fairly warm fixed the last few days at above normal temperatures here. Across the rest of the southern New England, seen mostly rain with sleet mixed in and roughly from Providence almost to Boston. Early discussion below. Impacts. Heavy snow western central Massachusetts and southern New Hampshire. Strong winds southeast Massachusetts and southern Rhode Island there. And heavy rain and minor port range urban flood of much of Rhode Island, southeast Massachusetts, and synoptic overview of model preferences. 000Z has model guidance as trending closer to this coast with a surface of low pressure over the, or near Nantucket. The shift to the northwest may be the result of the widespread and persistent upstream convection from offshore of the Carolinas extended southwest across the Florida to west of Cuba. This convection may have yielded a stronger downstream ridge over the western Atlantic, resulting in a storm track closer to the coast. Regarding the model solutions, ECMWF and GFS are the farthest northwest and warmest NEM considerably cool. For example, an NEM Buffkit at RH and Worcester offers an all snow event with 9 to 12 inches, and meanwhile, the GFS Buffkit has been level. Warm intrusion with snow mixing with it, changing it to sleet, and then back to snow, but the resulting in only 5 to 6 inches. More the same at Brandley Field in Connecticut here, as Part of regulations such as excess of heavy snow should be along and just northwest of H7 low track, which models I agree with that across northwest Massachusetts and southwest New Hampshire. Here, put up in snowfall. Given a good model agreement on track of H7 low ferry covenant on excess of heavy snow along the northwest of the line from BF, CF, Fitchburg, Nashua, and Manchester, New Hampshire, swap of 6 to 12 inches expected across this area. As snow will likely be heavy at times across the region from 18Z, 02Z, and ISH's strong mid-level F Genesis combined with synoptic scale lift to produce snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Even the low probably have thunderstorm as dry slot approaches. Given thermal profiles are isothermal. Heavy wet snow may result in risk at down branches, small limbs, increase the risk for power outage across northwest Massachusetts and southwest New Hampshire. Snow growth does not look ideal, so expected SR to range from 8 to 1 to 12 to 1. Far southeast into the North Connecticut, Western County, and Massachusetts and the northeast Massachusetts, snow may mix with sleet for a time late this afternoon and evening and before changing back to all snow later in the evening. This mix of sleet will reduce snow totals somewhat, however, will add to the hazardous travel conditions. Far south and east in the Boston Providence quarter, expected cold rain and mixed with sleet and snow later today and evening, yielding a slushy minor accumulation possible. Nevertheless, this will yield slippery travel, especially 21Z, 03Z, when precipitation intensity is at its greatest. Finally, for southern Rhode Island and southeast Massachusetts mainland, winds spread rain with minor poor drainage and urban flooding as rainfall totals up to 2 inches possible. Overall, not planning on changing any headlines despite lower snowfall totals. The combination of snow and sleet on this busy travel day with precipitation intensity of times in the afternoon and evening justifies with warnings and advisories despite snow totals possibly falling short of the criteria. Thus, headline will be mainly based on impacts as far as snowfall totals, basically blended the warmer 00Z model solution with previous snowfall forecast, which resulted in lower snow totals and excess of heaviest snowfall farther inland. And however, if 12Z guidance trends closer to the coast, day ship will likely have to have lower amounts and shift excess of heaviest snow farther inland. And onset, good model. Agreement on precipitation coming on short to the south coast 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. then rapidly overspreading the remainder of the Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts rapidly southwest east. To northeast at 8 a.m. to noon, and precipitation intensity heaviest 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. from southwest to northeast. There, and winds a strong low level northeast jet will make across Rhode Island, southeast Massachusetts, killing Cape Cod and around 00Z as model projecting 56.5 knot jet at 925 millibars. At GFS is the most robust that's coupled with a strong present falls and relatively warm ocean waters, providing well mixed BL air will yield about a risk of 50 miles per hour wind gusts from south coastal Plymouth County, Cape Cod and given track of the lowest far as northwest, a strong wind field and now moves across coastal Rhode Island and southeast Massachusetts. This will expand wind advisory to this areas and winds may decrease over the islands at a time of evening as low makes it closer of approach somewhere near Nantucket. The time and the strongest winds appear at 4 p.m. Wednesday till 1 a.m. on Thursday. And take a look at today's highs. It'll be 43 for Boston and New York City, 40 for Hartford, 39 for Worcester, 38 for Concord and Albany, New York, and 35 for Rutland, and 40 for Portland, Maine. Here, so I'm predicting a temperature of 35 to 43 degrees will be the temperature range for today. Alright, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. For this afternoon here, this afternoon here, expect rain and snow before 3 p.m., then rain and sleet between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m., and then rain after 4 p.m. The rain can be heavy at times, high near 43 degrees. Northeast with about 7 to 11 miles per gust as high as 36 miles per hour with a chance for patience 100%. Little or no snow accumulation and sleet accumulation expected today. Rain and snow and sleet before 3 a.m. The chance of snow low around 29 degrees. Northeast with about 10 to 40 miles per hour. Northwest after midnight. Winds could gust high as 45 miles per hour. Chance patience 8%. New snow accumulation and sleet accumulation less than half an inch possible. By Thanksgiving Day, chance of rain and snow showers before 3 p.m. The slight chance of rain showers between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. The slight chance of snow showers up to 4 p.m. Most of the skies going to have about 39 degrees. Northwest with about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Chance patient 30%. Little no snow accumulation expected. For Thursday, a slight chance of snow showers before midnight. Then most of the skies got low on 23 degrees. West with about 3 to 5 miles, but just patient 20%. Friday, most say it's got to have about 36 degrees. Northwest with about 6 to 8 miles per hour. Friday, Parkland's got a low about 19 degrees. For Saturday, Putt Stand, most skies got about 39, low about 29 degrees. For Sunday, Putt Stand, most skies got about 53 to low about 37 degrees. For Monday, Putt Stand, Parkland's got to have about 49, low about 25 degrees. For Tuesday, most skies got to have about 40 degrees. Here's what a phrase of the day. A wet and messy afternoon attempt. Peter Wiggins, good day, Wiggins. I'll see you sometime this evening at either 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Have a good day.